What's brewing, coffee lovers? Welcome to the Caffeine Show. In this video we ask, could coffee be the key to life on Mars? We taste the Xpresso Martini by Club Belmont and show you how to pour a latte art heart. So the first story is, could coffee be the key to life on Mars? If you've seen the film The Martian, you'll know that astronaut Mark Watney, played by Matt Damon, has a hard time growing potatoes in the barren Martian soil, eventually resorting to fertilising the crops with his own human waste. Although it's science fiction, the idea kind of rings true. If we were ever to journey to the Red Planet and stay for any length of time, we will need locally grown a food source. Astrobiology students at Villanova University in Philadelphia experimented with different crops to see whether any could potentially survive in Martian soil. For the experiment, they bought 50 kilos of Martian dirt online, although not the real stuff. Analysis has confirmed is very similar to crushed basalt from an ancient volcano in the Mojave Desert. In its raw state, most crops didn't survive or produce a decent crop. However, the students found the perfect solution: coffee grounds. When they mixed the coffee grounds with the dirt, the plants did flourish. They managed to grow carrots, spinach, spring onions in the mix of coffee and Martian soil. So the next step is growing coffee trees on Mars. We'd love to know your thoughts on this story, so please leave them in the comments box below. The latest issue of Caffeine has now hit the cafes and subscriptions have now all been sent out. If you've not been able to get to one of our stockists, you can subscribe from £23 per year. Links are in the description down below. So on to the next thing. As I've stated in a previous video, I'm not usually a fan of an espresso martini. It's not that it's a bad drink, it's just often poorly made. The story goes that Richard Arthur Bradsell, affectionately known as Dick Bradsell, a legendary British bartender, invented the vodka espresso at Fred's Club in 1984. Apparently, a now world-famous model, rumoured to be Naomi Campbell, requested a drink that would wake me up and then me up. And Dick obliged. Fast forward today, and M&S and Waitrose have seen a 10% increase in coffee liqueurs, and the Espresso Martini was tipped to be the cocktail of choice during this year's New Year's celebrations. Which brings us to this, the Xpresso Martini by Club Belmont. Created by 32-year-old mixologist Sam Livingston, who has obviously seen the rise in canned bottled cold brew products and the rise of single-serve alcohol products. And so he's decided to smash them together. This is called an Xpresso, not an espresso, because it's a reinvention, they say. They've substituted the espresso with 24-hour cold brew Lavazza and small batch vodka made in West London by Bimber Distillery. This is all mixed with Kahlua to create this. So what does it taste like? Well, the initial taste isn't too bad for a pre-mixed cocktail. However, it does rather suffer from being thin. This is due to it being cold brew rather than espresso, we think. There's also a slightly artificial taste in the mid-palate. Look, if you're a fan of an espresso martini, it's definitely smashable, but not really a patch on a well-crafted espresso martini. But hey, this is just my opinion. What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. For our final segment, we're celebrating Valentine's Day by showing you how to pour a latte art heart for your loved one. So we're going to head over to Gentleman Baristas Schoolhouse in the Jerwood space.
Hi, I'm Briggy from Gentleman Baristas, and today I'm going to teach you how to pour a latte art heart. So first I'm going to steam some milk for a latte. Ideally you want to get a bit less foamy milk than a cappuccino. You just want to start to right under the surface in the milk and create a little whirlpool in it. When it's hot enough, you turn the steamer off. If you got some bubbles in it, you can get rid of it by tapping the milk, give a little swirl, and then you get your espresso. You want to give a swirl to your espresso as well to mix the creamer with the coffee. First just put a little bit of milk, mix it together, that will give your drink a nice base color. And then you can start to pour the milk quite slowly, just swirl it around you can stop. And if that helps, just touch the side of your cup, give it a little push and a wiggle, go a bit high up, and then cut through your little bubble, and that will give you a nice shape of a heart.
We hope you enjoyed that. So that's where we're going to end it for you today. If you like this video and you like what we're trying to do here, then please click that like button. If you want to be kept up to date with these videos, then click the subscribe button. And if you didn't see our previous video, tap a click on the screen down there and you can see our last episode.